Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Listen, sometimes we say things we don't mean to. You ever have that friend? She's a smart businesswoman. She's got it going on. She's intelligent. She's attractive. She's a go-getter, and she's got a husband, and he seems cool until you have that evening that's not so magical, and you say something like, "I said my filter was off. Only had one drink now, so let's not think it wasn't that." And at the end, I just said, women typically outlive men. On the screen here, they got some stuff saying another option is that since sex hormones are known to affect the immune system, that might influence longevity, female hormones might give some sort of protection against aging and DNA damage. Male hormones could give a disadvantage. Talking to him, I think I realized, just my point of view, not scientific, why women seem to outlive men. You see here it says the U.S. life expectancy. Women 79 years, male 73 years. I'm starting to think that the reason that some why women typically outlive men. I'm starting to think, given that all women do give, and you take, you're giving for the kids, you're giving for your children, and you're working, and you provide a home. You're just born into go mode for many women. Maybe it is a gift from God. It might be the gift of peace. I'm very serious. It might be the gift of peace. After you have raised children, put your dreams on hold, give to the kids, give to him. And then you think about women that have done all this. Then when the kids get older or teenagers, what you want is put on the back burner because you have a family and they take precedent. Then once all that's done, he may decide to up and go. And then women having to start over. Look at the videos that you see. And don't forget, a lot of them be planning this. You're like, wow, like I said before, I knew what time it was when that lady's husband, they were discussing on the golf course, um, him just anything that was paid for, property, homes, the business, he was incorporating everything. So why would you incorporate everything this late in the marriage? I knew then I saw he getting ready, I said, he getting ready to file for divorce, isn't he? He getting ready to dip. Why? Doesn't want to get anything for her years of service. And I said something I shouldn't have said. I said, talking to you, I understand why women outlive men. It might be a gift from God. It might be the gift of peace, the gift of serenity. Why does a woman that's intelligent, beautiful, attractive, smart have to diminish her shine when her husband comes around? I can already see through that. So when he's around, it's kind of different. Oh, we can't talk about this. Oh, you don't want me to know? Okay, I totally get it. But you have to diminish your shine. He doesn't have a business. You tried to put him in business. Now he doesn't have his own money. He's not a very well paying career. Everybody's different. He doesn't want all that stress. So she has to diminish her light when it's company. Because we can't do that. Because he tried and didn't quite, it just wasn't his cup of tea. But like I said, he still has a very good income. And I thought, well, so this is what you have to do. Kind of come off as domineering, impatient. And I thought about it. It's a whole lot of yous out there. Why do women outlive men? It may be a gift from the Creator, letting you know out of all you've done for these husbands, for these children, and sometimes the kids don't appreciate it, putting yourself last. This might be your last shot to do what you want to do. Better stay in good health. this might this might be your last shot. Listen, I was watching what was that show, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and they had the episode where Sutton Strack, they went to see her mother, and beautiful Garcelle came along, and Kyle, yeah, came along. I like Kyle, so they came along with her as a support system, and I think it was a home in Georgia, gorgeous. So Sunstrack and her father, is no longer here by his own doing, what he decided to do, take matters into his own hands. And she was speaking with her mom about it. And she was like, Mom, they're not really close. And she was seeking the validation from her mother. And she was talking about her dad. And so she asked her mom, she was like, Mom, I don't, that with dad, and yada, 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 yada. And I understand a man can be a good father when he may not be the best husband. So she was speaking with her mother, and she asked her mother something to the effect like, don't you miss dad? And her mother said, No, I don't. Wow. What? Her mother said, No, I don't. Why would the mother say she doesn't? It's her truth. Because they had a family together and didn't get divorced, that marriage may have worn her out. That's why I say, even when you get married, people, oh, we're going to have a kids. That's what he wants. What do you want? It's still just not wise for women. I mean, hey, do you live your life? But to start out just having a whole lot of kids by a man, most of the work might be on you. There's a thing called, what is this thing they say, married single mother? It exists. But yeah, she asked her mom, don't you miss dad? And her mother said, I was kind of shocked. Her mother said that she did not miss her father. Wow. Might be a reason behind it. There has to be a reason. You don't miss him? My father is deceased. My mother now still lives off income from my dad. He's still providing. He is still providing. So this guy, my friend's husband, I'm like, wow, I see what's going on. Why you're like a different person. And see, we pretty much it's just been us, but girls on girls. And I've spoken with him a couple of times, at the home, and that's different. But it's like in a public setting, and it comes to different people. She has to diminish her light. If we talk about maybe her success, we can't go into it too much. Well, moving on. You don't want to hear your wife get accolades. You don't want to hear your wife get accolades. Totally got it. So I just did my additions in my head. I'm like, yeah, kind of seeing this kind of different light. Again, it makes me wonder, out of all the giving that women do, when you become mothers and things like that, honey, your life stops. You're on give. The priority is the child or the children. So why do women typically outlive men? I think it might be a gift from above. It might be a gift from God. Let okay, out of all you're giving, because some women, they're not going to move without that man. They're not going to move. That's what they're used to. This is the protocol. This is the dynamics of the relationship. It is the dynamics of their life, their decision making. It's all him. It's like a statue. It's got to be this dude. In some cases, I heard a woman talk about how what she couldn't do, and I'm like, wow, if you cannot be yourself at home with your partner, I don't know where you can be yourself. You live in like this sound like a little prisoner camp. Y'all got a little prison camp going on over there. Can't do this, can't do that. Why? All because of him, and you wonder why you're stressed out. You can't be yourself. Got it. Duly noted. So yeah, so I've come to realize in our relationship, different folks, different strokes. But I've come to realize for women, why do women seem to outlive men? I think it might be a gift from God. If you're going through a tough time, or your personality is being stifled and you can't be who you want to be, you just giving and taking, and they just taking. Maybe that's it. It might be your gift. It might be, hey, let him go first. So then guess what? Child, everything is yours. You got the gift of peace. That might be it. Like that old couple, that man was sick and they thought it was going to be terminal. They expected that. No, I think it was terminal. And he went to the hospital. And what did he say? If he wasn't going to get better, he and his wife made a pact to go ahead and take these pills and end it right then and there. So old girl gave him the pill. Mama Becky gave him the pill in the hospital. And he said goodbye. And then the pact was she was to also take the pill. So they'll both go together. But then at the last minute, after she gave him that pill, that medicine in the hospital, well, guess what? She didn't take the pill. So what does that tell you? She didn't. That wasn't her idea. That was his idea. Very selfish. That was. It had to have been, I think, his idea. Very selfish. If I'm going, she going too. Why? You need a nursemaid for round two, the second life? Who would say? Who would say? Very selfish. If she agreed with it, then she would have done it, but she didn't. So she gave him the medicine, whatever the heck it was, and he passed in the hospital in that bed. And then the idea was for her to also take it, so they both go together. Who do you think came up with that idea? I think it wasn't hers, because why? Then why didn't she do it? His idea. So the only thing that comes to mind with me is that once she gave him that medicine, and she probably realized, oh, he's gone. She probably thought, oh, now my chance. And they're an older couple too. I'm gonna guess mid to late 60s. She probably thought, now's my chance. Her chance to what? Live on her own terms. Maybe she's doing what he's been telling her to do. She probably saw this as my chance to have her last geriatric hot girl summer, to live in a house by herself, do whatever she's gonna do without hearing, no, don't put that there. Oh, Susan, come see about me. You got my coffee, Marty. Why? I'm just saying, why did she take the pill too? Y'all had an agreement that y'all were gonna both go together. Whose idea do you think it was? The one that was probably sick. I think it's the idea the one that was sitting up in the hospital bed, her husband. If I'm going, you going too. And she gave him that medicine. Next thing you know, he died there and she went on home. Then they realized, hey, what's this? Only she was in the room. So they figured out she must have given it to him. And I think someone told me that, she didn't face any charges. Oh, well, maybe it was a compassionate death. She gave him what he wanted. But why didn't she take the medicine too? It's obvious to me she wasn't crazy about joining the other side with them. She probably thought, oh, this is my last chance. I've raised kids, and being older too, it might be one of those things, back in the day, whatever the man says, and that's it. A wife can equal robot. It might be one of those kind of situations. But she didn't take the medicine. Old girl gave it to him and then went to the house. They checked the hospital and again, how is this in the system? Then they went back to me, Ma, for the rest, but someone did tell me that she didn't go to prison. And good for her. Again, why is that? Why do I think that women typically outlive men? It might be a gift from God. I'm sorry. It just might be. The things you hear people saying, you observe, it just might be. He might be giving you the gift of peace to say, okay, now you've given to your children, to your husband, and you just give. Now I'm going to go ahead and give you a few extra years to go ahead and now do what you want to do. You're going to have the gift of peace. Maybe get back to doing things on your own terms. So that's what I'm starting to think. And I verbalized that. Maybe I shouldn't have. But some people, They come across, especially for men, they want to be very, very strong and domineering in their personalities. And sometimes that personality will extend beyond the home. And you think you're going to pull with all women. But with me, I'm going to be respectful and make my point clear that I finally realized talking to you, sir, I finally realized why women outlive men. It's a gift from God, the gift of peace, the gift of serenity. Anyway, let me know what you all think. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.